Thanks for listening to Ship to Shore Radio. This is Captain Frankendread with tonight's very special guest, Bickley Rivera. Well, here's the thing. The best thing about this new song is your singing more, which we talked about the last time.
Right.
People sometimes hear you playing the pan or see your photos when you're playing with your group, and they don't realize what a wonderful voice that you have, and I'm glad you're utilizing it at this time.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, well, the other thing is I think marketing-wise, if I really want to get the pan to be heard out there in audiences that don't normally hear it or radio stations that wouldn't normally feature steel pan music, I've got to hit them with the vocals because that's where it's at if you want radio play.
I absolutely agree, and I think actually at some point you should probably look into having your own radio show. I
know. You talked to me about that before, and actually I've been approached several times just in the last 2 months, but I really, right now I just don't have time because I think it's really important to finish this album because we've got to get the pan out there, and this next album is going to be really killer, and I really am looking forward to getting that done and keeping my focus on that.
I think that's a very good idea. I just believe in any endeavor, and I notice your videos and things as well that you have on YouTube are an indication that you are the total package. I think so.
Thanks. Yeah, I try to do that. I know, people take different information differently, and some like the visual part of it, some like just hearing stuff, and I'm finding that today's society, I think, likes a little bit of everything. They're not necessarily looking for everything being the same throughout. What I'm trying to do, even with this album, is show steel pan in R&B style, funk music, could even be dance music.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Ship to Shore Radio. This is Captain Frankendread with our very special guest, Bickley Rivera. What if I were to tell you that tonight we actually have one of your biggest fans? We're talking about Janelle from North Africa, who's now on the line, who wanted to say hello to you. Janelle, you're now online. Why don't you say hello to Bickley?
Hi, Bickley.
Hi, Jamel.
How are you?
It's good to hear your voice.
To hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, Jamel's a great promoter of smooth jazz over in Tenosha.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to be talking to you and Bickley Rivera on this show. We all love the smooth jazz and the new ideas, and you sound like Bickley's music. That's wonderful because she's really making something special and really rare. As she plays her steel pan, we don't really hear that instrument too much in music. That's why I can say she is so special.
When did you first hear of her music?
That was on Till and After 5. That it was like a blast listening to that track. I was playing that sound every day on my iPod. I was listening to her music too much because I truly like the steel pan. I was listening to some of the steel pan on some preludes on another group, but it was not the main instrument, So when I heard Bickley playing the steel pan, I was really happy to listen to that. It's an exotic sound. It gives too much happiness. I don't know why, but I see it that way,
Well, you're talking to another pan player there too. Captain Frankendread is a steel pan player, so he knows exactly what you're talking about as far as the brightness and the happiness sound that comes out of that instrument. And that's the whole reason why I think we like playing it, because it seems like it's a gift to people to be able to perform on that instrument. It's just an amazing instrument, and especially knowing what it came from, the fact that it's made from an oil barrel and turns into this thing that is just so sweet sounding.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely.
in the song that you just played, the Endless Journey song, and then the previous song, Love Me Now, we do some really interesting things with effects in the studio that people might do with your traditional instruments, like people doing it on guitar. I hear people doing it also on sax, and sometimes with vocal things where you put it through maybe a wah-wah effect or something that gives it something really, really far out sounding. And we're doing that with the pan, and that's something that I don't think anybody's ever attempted that because we've never tried to bring pan into this kind of genre before, but I think it's important to show that it's a legitimate instrument just like any of the other ones that we're doing this to. So if you listen carefully to either one of those songs, you're going to hear this pan, but it's not going to be the way you normally recognize it.
Yes, not quite like Calypso or otherwise. But, the pan, bringing the pan forth to many nations and many flavors is the main thing, and I have to say, Bickley, you've absolutely captured it, and you, instead of like jumping on the bus, it seems as if you're driving it right now. So we have another caller on the line. Thanks for calling Ship to Shore Radio. Who do we have online?
Hello, how you doing? My name is Rod Williams.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for calling the Ship to Shore
Rod.
Radio.
How you doing? Hey, Bickley, how you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, same here. I'm glad to be part of your show, and it's a great interview so far. I just wanted to let you know. And, actually I'm trying to work on a project for my next CD using Bickley, so I can't wait to hear what she comes up with that.
That's going to be fun.
Me either. I can't wait either. I'll tell you that right now because it seems like each rendering, when she sends it to me, I'm thinking, okay, I just can't wait for the next. So that's the thing. So it's up to us to make sure that more and more people hear her music. And have you had an opportunity to play with Bickley?
No, not yet, but I would love to do that. We were actually talking about, because I live in New Jersey, and she was just in the New York, Connecticut area, so maybe next time.
All right, that was Grooving in Rio, and that was exactly that, grooving. And let me ask you, Mr. Williams, so tell me, what did you like specifically about that tune? Because I can think of a whole bunch of things that really showed some great production and artistry.
Well, of course, her sound with the steel drums, but I'm a very big, I play smooth jazz, but I'm a very big fan of Latin jazz and just that Latin feel and Latin groove. I just like the concept of what she did with it.
I have to tell you that initially when I first found you on MySpace, the very first thing I did, I saw the pan, and I immediately just turned it on because there's something about the presentation, the photos and everything that smacked of something that couldn't get pigeonholed as just island music and calypso and all those things. And you know what? Right away, I was right. I knew. So with you, it's not just your music, it's the presentation. I've noticed the way you present your videos, your photographs, everything. This lady, everyone has a significant amount of culture and class, and I really enjoy talking with her because what happens in one's life usually comes out in the music, and I believe that the music that Bickley's producing and writing and bringing to the public is a nice indication of who she just may be as well as a person. So let's talk about the pan just for a second as we're nearing the end of our interview and just say that a lot of times they're used to hearing saxophone as the lead instrument, but more and more these days, the steel pan is beginning to take a little bit more of the forefront. Find out what's going on with her. You can go to BickleyRivera.com, BickleyRivera.com. So as we're nearing the end of the show, is there anything that you'd like to add about your performances or what you have coming on, or any wisdom you want to drop down?
Well, the thing that comes to my mind is just get ready, because I got some good stuff coming up, and I hope you're ready to hear steel pan in places that you've never heard it before.
And we're looking forward to that, too. Thanks, everyone, for listening to Ship to Shore Radio. This is Captain Frankendread.